Alrighty, good morning. So, already did my walk to the pond. Went out to the end of town to mail off some Christmas cards and a package. Topped off my gas tanks for the winter. Always anticipate having to use the generator at least once a year. Generally when we get freezing rain. Sleet and freezing rain is usually what takes the power grid out. So, I got my axe, and I'm going to go and harvest that nice thick tree I'm going to use to make a bow, as in bow and arrow. Now that will probably be a spring project because I do have to let that wood dry out. Oh man, I thought the ground would be a little harder. Now that I'm in the thick of it, I'm getting my shoes all muddy. Damn it. I was hoping to avoid that. That's what I get for taking the shortcut, so to speak. So I just cut across the plow field thinking ground would still be froze. And I got into a wet area. Not too bad. So I'll just cut across here and get into the grass. So if I have time, I want to move one of my trail cams and kind of see what's eating all that food I'm putting out. My guess is neighbor cats were not as finicky as mine. And probably possums and raccoons tend to be what runs out and about this time of year. So I hope to get it moved after this walk. I'll try to do a live stream today. We'll see what time I get back in from the woods. So, there's lumber I could use there. This is a stack of old lumber. And there's usable pieces there I can use to reinforce my floor. Just getting them out of that area is going to be the trick. So, see if I can scrape some more of this mud off my shoes. Neighbors had one realtor bring somebody back here, and I had another one ask me about the place on this property. I don't foresee it moving anytime soon. So I marked the tree, and there's a few that'll do it. This one actually is a very good one too. But I want to go a little bit further in before I start hacking stuff down. There it is. Like here's an oak tree I could use, but next to the ash. Ash works out better. So I'm going to try to bring it down, and I may not be able to carry it out as of yet, but I do want to get it chopped down. So I got some chopping to do. So let's get to work. This is probably going to take a little bit of time, but it's great exercise when you think about it. This is more of a camp axe than a wood cutting axe. I'll do both. And I want plenty of wood. Now I'll probably have to move the camera when I get down ready to bring it down. I don't know which way I think it's going to fall. Remember, controlled strikes. It's a 45-degree angle. See, slowly but surely are making progress. And I do mean slowly. This branch out of the way. This is the one I harvested my wife's staff with. And it's just in the way. Keep controlled shots because we don't want to put so much effort in it that if we miss, then we end up hurting ourselves. We don't want to do that. So I brought the gloves to keep my hand warm, but to be honest with you, it's not allowing me to have a very good grip on the axe. So grips are important. I will probably make a leather grip for this because this is really too small, and if I do a leather wrap where I either tie it off or whatever, it would improve this. That's something I can do in the house. And you can see this digs in faster than the knife does. And that's why I'm using it. I think at this portion, we'll do the speeded up video. Make it more fun. Now we'll get things faster. That's a lot to work. So the trick is getting on this one weak side so I don't have a lot of kind of gotta go with small chops. And then also dealing with the pea. Because the hand's getting pretty tired. Yeah, imagine somebody who does this for a living's got some unrealistic grip strength. Gotta be getting close. It's got to get into that heartwood where most of that support is from. And you can see it's much more dense wood. You think that could be coming down any minute now. I was thinking I probably should have brought a handsaw, because that probably would have made short work of this. But you know, I wouldn't get my exercise in. Part of this fun is getting the exercise. Okay, I think I'm pretty close. I can start to feel it give. Now, which way is it going to fall? My feeling is that way, so I'm going to move the camera. Now, let's hope I guessed right. I'm feeling it going that direction. Any minute now. Things will start happening in a second. Problem is, the tree is too straight. There we go. Starting to feel it give. And switch hands. Granted, I can't put as much effort in it, but the handle definitely needs work. Come on. There we go. What it is I got trees holding it up. So by itself, it already fallen. There we go. Him almost perfect. There it goes. That was a lot of work. So I only need like 7 foot of it, but it's such a straight piece. I like to cut it up there, and I think I'm gonna utilize a saw later on to do that. Let me cover the axe up here. Because the other trees were supporting it, I literally had to almost cut it all the way through. If it was standing on its own, I believe it would have came down sooner. So I think I'll come back probably tomorrow and with a nice saw, and I'll cut it off there. Oh yeah. Yeah, might even be a power saw. I got one, just haven't fired it up. Probably a tree saw the way it is, it'll bind. It's a heavy. There we go. If I can get it to brace up here, that'll help. Which I'm pretty close. Yeah. Give you an idea how much fun I'm having. Get this tree to come down. Success. And now I can take it off about right there. And I have a buddy who has a lumber mill, and we'll see about hauling over and having it cut into a board length, and then have it dry out for the winter, and this will probably be my spring project. It usually bowls around 67 inches, but I think I'll make this like a really long English longbow, where I'll probably have to get special arrows made for it, or make the arrows. That was a lot of fun and a lot of exercise. So let's take the dry path back home. Alrighty, so is there a faster and easier way to take that branch down? Absolutely. Chainsaw, make quick work of it. Even a tree saw would do far better. But there's always that opportunity to get some extra exercise in. And that's why I do it. Hope everybody enjoys these little wood projects I'm doing. Support the channel, like, subscribe, share, become a member, buy me a protein shake, whatever. It's all good stuff. I am still kind of in shock and awe that I have made 10,000 subs. And I am seeing the community, the inner community, that's y'all that join most of my premieres and live streams, starting to grow, and I think that's where it really develops. I think give me a couple more years, and if YouTube doesn't keep cutting back on what they pay, this could be a couple nights out a month instead of one night. Actually, it's about a half a night. But still, it's fun, and I think I inspire people to get active and to get healthier, which I think is important. I'd rather inspire happiness and health than what you see on the Twitter, where basically they're just trying to inspire hate. And it is, it's a shame. That is what they go after. You know, John at Prepper Nation brought up a good point. Not that I agree with it 100%, but still a good point about all these boycotts and cancel culture. Now, if a business decides to make a policy public and you don't agree with that policy, the best way is just don't participate in that business. But to get on TikTok and everybody must boycott, you know, they're doing about Home Depot. Because the guy who used to own it doesn't anymore. He sold it. Said he would endorse a candidate. And I want to boycott Home Depot. Home Depot had nothing to do with it. Folks, you're just preaching hate. You know. I mean, Budweiser did something. Now they get this phone call off. You know, Budweiser's marketing did something incredibly stupid, and they're paying for it. People ask me, are you going to boycott Bud Light? And I said, I can't boycott something I never drank. So, okay, I guess I am. But am I? Am I really? No. You know, like other things I don't participate in. But if a business, say Home Depot, put a sign out there saying, if you're this affiliation, don't come in. And I don't care what affiliation they would pick. I would probably not go in there just because of that. You know, whether they say if you're MAGA, don't bother coming in, or if you're extreme liberal, don't bother coming in, or whatever. That alone would pretty much tell me I don't want to do business with that type of store. But they didn't. Somebody who used to own the place said he was going to endorse a candidate. It's called America, people. You know? It's because he's doing it doesn't mean all of a sudden millions of people are going, oh, gee, if he says so, I probably should vote for him. But what happens when you try to spread the hate, a lot of times it has the opposite effect. You know, I usually go to Home Depot or Lowe's, but because a certain group are butthurt over Home Depot, guess where I'm going? There are other stores that I don't go to because they have a certain sign on the door. You know, it's a gun-free zone. Well, I don't want to be in there. Gun-free zone is a very dangerous place for us law-abiding citizens. Because somebody who wants to do evil and harm, they don't care. As a matter of fact, that's where they're going to go to. They're not coming into good old town where they know people are carrying. They go to a school or church or a nightclub that has no guns allowed. All these things, that's where they go hit. So all you trying to support an AR band, and the last couple shootings was with pistols, you need to get your head out of your fourth point of contact and understand where the danger is not allowing you to protect yourself, because if you're relying on the government to do it, you're confused. And if they do ever get to disarm us like they did, welcome to New Zealand during the pandemic, where they just arrested you. You're not wearing a mask, you're arrested. You ain't getting a vax, we're going to arrest you. Same thing in Australia. That's the world you're going to make this country. If you don't understand that, you got to start reading some history and stop listening to TikTok. Those people are idiots. And a lot of them are just going for clicks. They got a young kid out there you know, trying to be the mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. Doesn't know the first damn thing about life. But he's just a parrot. He just parrots anything that the Democratic Party says. That's a sad way to live. Just be a parrot of somebody. You're not even a person anymore. You're just a tool. Anything you hear, including what I say, you should research and make your own determination on it. No one has the right to tell you how to think. And a lot of these people are just doing it for clicks. I mean, I could put out some very ugly comments out there. I know I'd at least get half the population clicking on it just to call me out on it. And that's what most of them are doing. And when you see those people, the best thing to do is just scroll by. That's what they're planning on doing. It's a waste. So anyway, let's end this on a happy note. Remember, rest, nutrition, exercise, get out in the sun. Let the sun shine. Do crafts, listen to music, have fun, eat healthy. Natural supplements over pharmaceuticals whenever possible. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if I'm back here in time, I may do a meal chat. We'll see.